Guys, my friends, I love you so much. My name is Celestine. I'm here in Rwanda. I want we study English. I want we know English. I want to make sure that you don't have any problem to communicate with the foreigners. The foreigners means all of those people who speak English. Here we promote English. Very soon we are going to start the program of French. Get ready to learn French. You know French? If you don't know French, here to TNC TV official, don't worry. We are going to support you to know French. You have to be bilingual. You have to speak both French and English. When you know English, when you know French, all over in the world, you are going to travel without any problem. You will not need the translators in your journeys. Friends, let me remind you what you are supposed to do to be fluent in English. In English, the language that you promote. We are promoting English. You want to make people speak English fluently. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, number six, like that. Okay, we try to know the steps of knowing English. Today's title is going to be the steps of knowing English. Step number one, you have to ensure that you don't have any problem about self-introduction. You can introduce yourself. There are some questions can be asked related to self-introductions. You have to get ready to answer them. Number one, what's your name? Where were you born? Where you grew up? Where you studied? Which is your experience? What are your skills? What languages do you speak? You have to be able to answer on such questions. My name is Celestine. I was born in Rwanda. I grew up in Rwanda. I studied in Rwanda. I worked here in Rwanda. I have experience. I have skills. I know computer. I speak different languages. I have a driving license. Okay, those are the simple questions you should be able to answer. The time you meet the foreigners. Okay, first of all, you have to be confident. You see, I'm confident. You too have to be confident. When you are confident, it means that all of the questions you are going to be asked, you are going to manage to find out the solutions, the answers. Friends, when you know self-introduction lesson, the step number 2 is going to be able to listen. Do you listen to the foreigners? Do you listen to English natives? Do you listen to the Americans? When you meet the Americans, when you meet the English natives, you listen to them. When they speak, you understand what they talk about? That's the step number 2. Number 1 is self-introduction. Number 2 is going to be listening. You have to listen to them. Listen to the foreigners. Number 3, the best writing. You have to respect the rules of the language while writing, while WhatsApping, while messaging. You have to check your writings. After, you have to know the questions, simple questions, to get ready to know them and get ready to answer on the questions you can be asked. Where do you come from? Where do you stay? Where do you live? What is your status? Such questions, you have to know the way to answer. Okay? After step number 3, you have to be able to ask the question too. You have to approach the foreigners. You ask them the questions. You say to them, what's your name? Where do you come from? What do you do for a living? What is your experience? Okay? What skills do you have? What can you share with us? Like that. Those questions are the simple ones you have to know. Friends, after this, make sure that you don't have any problem about simple sentences. You can be asked a question like this. What did you do every day? Every day I get up, I brush my teeth, I make bed, I get dressed, I take breakfast, I dress my crafts, I go at work, I go at job, like that, okay? Simple questions like these ones. You have to know them. Friends, after this, you have to know the techniques, the strategies that can allow you to convince the audience, the panel, to have ability to convince the panel. During the different interviews, press conferences, you have to be the best convincer. When really you are convincing the audience, you rely to the tangible explanations, to the tangible statements. By here, I think that people, they are going to say, yeah, wow, you are skillful, you know English, you speak English, you communicate bestly. Friends, let me continue to remind you this. You have to know 10 lessons. I think that until now, everyone who has subscribed, who has watched different videos here, we create 2TNC TV official, knows 10 lessons. You know more about the 6 nouns you can find in English. You know more about 80 pronouns you can find in English. You know more about 3 kinds of verbs. You know more about 7 kinds of adverbs. You know more about 6 kinds of adjectives. You know prepositions, you know conjunctions, you know phrase words, you know interjections. Here to TNC TV official, as I promised you that I will never disappoint you, I continue to explain more about the different words of English, of course. Another secret is this one. Know how to define. Know how you can give the definitions of different words. Tomorrow, I promise that I will create the different videos that are going to show the strategies and the techniques of knowing the definitions. How you can define. How you can define all of the words are found in English. When I say, for instance, when I say a house is what? Where people, animals can live. That's a house. Where people or animals can live, it's a house. Okay? People means what? People means creatures of God that are intelligent, that are wise, that are the controllers of all of the creatures. People are there to control all of the creatures. I think that by here, if you believe that God has created God, a man and a woman, of course, you have to know the man and the woman are there to control all of the creatures created by God, of course. So by here, I will try to create the videos that are going to support you to think big. If you know the foreigners, you know the way you are going to cooperate, you know the way you are going to communicate, of course, in English. Friends, in these days, I'm very happy. I love you so much. You have supported me. If you are subscribed, it's okay. If you watch the videos without subscribing, no problem. So what I need is that I ensure that all of the followers are being certified. If you're interested, you can share these videos you create with the others. If you're interested, you can leave the comments. If you're interested, you can lay likes. And very soon, we continue to develop, we continue to prosper, we continue to go ahead, teaching you, supporting you to be fluent in English. I'm reminding you that the speciality we do have here, the unique we do have here, is to promote English fluency. You have to be flexible. You have to make your English perfect. We have seen that is 100% possible. People from USA, people from Canada, people from Great Britain or UK, people from India, people from Pakistan, in different countries where people, they have decided to follow us, please, I thank you so much. You are on my heart. I will never cease to create the videos that will put in mode of speaking English. You have to speak English. You have to practice English. You have to think in English, okay? Everyone knows that when you know English, you can travel in different countries all over in the world. You will meet the people with whom you can share the conversations in English. Friends, if you like the video, leave a comment. If you're interested, you share the video with the others. Tomorrow, I will create another video that will support you to make your English perfect. It is possible. Never doubt to hear 2TNC TV official. We have prepared. I love you, friends. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.